say, I mean, it sounds like you're going to have a great experience. Look, I mean, I think the reality is technicals are important, but you're all in undergrad, right? I mean, the reality, like, it's great that everyone, if you're taking a finance course, accounting course, right? I mean, that is, in my mind, uh, if you want to understand the building blocks, absolutely. But I remember being in undergrad, and I was so focused on making sure that I knew, like, okay, walk me through an LBO and like what happens, like talk about goodwill and all this stuff. And I just like would go down this rabbit hole. And I mean, it serves a purpose and it's good. It's just the probability of you getting something so technical is probably pretty low, right? And so, if you're intellectually curious and you truly want to understand and you want to learn it, great. Um, but at the same time, like I do, understand the building blocks, very important, but don't like, this goes to the other point, focus on your story more than the technicals, right? Because more likely than not, everyone's going to get the same technicals. Walk me through a DCF. What are the three ways to, like everyone can generally, I mean, it's a check the box, of course, but, I wouldn't bog yourself down with like trying to understand like, the capital structure for this and that. And by the way, like totally, if you want to do it in your free time and you want to understand it and you're working on it, totally, absolutely. And by the way, I think the other thing too is if you do have that exposure, if you're working on a project and you are running financial analytics, et cetera, like those are things that you want to make sure that you put in the front of the recruit, in the interview. Like, hey, I worked on this. Here's exactly what I did, right? And it'll show that you have the technical wherewithal. But it's a long-winded way of saying technicals are important, but focus on the qualitative because that's ultimately the most important piece.